The quiet power of 4 everyday fruits that reignite energy and intimacy. After 60, we're told aging means fading. That desire softens, energy fades, and connection dims as the candles on our birthday cakes multiply. But what if we've been conditioned to accept too little from this season of life? For many, the loss of intimacy and vitality after 60 feels inevitable. But behind the assumptions and prescriptions lies a gentler truth. The body still wants to respond. It still wants to connect, to feel joy, to awaken in more ways than one. Sometimes, the spark just needs the right kindling, and surprisingly, that kindling can come from fruit. Today, we're exploring 4 everyday fruits: red grapes, cranberries, papaya, and cherries. Not just for their nutritional value, but for their power to help reignite circulation, emotional connection, and intimacy, even after 60. These aren't magic bullets or pharmaceutical breakthroughs. They're habit-forming tools rooted in biology and emotion, nature's own invitation to rediscover the richness of aging well. Let's begin where many of our mornings do, not with pills, but with possibility. 1. Red grapes, the flow restorer. You've probably seen them in your fridge, or picked them off a vine without thinking twice. But red grapes carry a silent strength, a compound called resveratrol. What makes this antioxidant so powerful is its role in expanding blood vessels and supporting the release of nitric oxide, a molecule essential for strong circulation. As we age, the first places that suffer from poor blood flow are the ones tied to intimacy: the lower body, extremities, and yes, even our confidence. Cold feet, reduced sensation, and slower arousal aren't just signs of getting older, they're symptoms of restricted circulation. Red grapes help gently undo this. In men, resveratrol supports firmer erections by enhancing blood flow without synthetic side effects. For women, improved circulation can mean increased warmth and sensation in the pelvic area, elements that restore not just touch, but feeling. And isn't that what intimacy is really about? But here's the secret to making red grapes more than a snack: its consistency. According to the hooked model, habit formation begins with a small action tied to a trigger, maybe adding grapes to your breakfast or keeping them visible on the counter. Each time you reach for them, you're investing in better blood flow and more connection without realizing it. 2. Cranberries, the kidney guardian. Once relegated to Thanksgiving dinner, cranberries are finally getting their due. While tart in taste, they're powerful in function, especially when it comes to protecting the kidneys and urinary tract, 2 systems critical for maintaining both comfort and desire. Declining kidney function affects far more than we realize. It slows circulation, raises blood pressure, and leads to inflammation that can make intimacy uncomfortable or even painful. Cranberries, rich in proanthocyanidins, act like natural bodyguards. They prevent harmful bacteria from sticking to the urinary tract lining, reduce inflammation, and help flush out toxins. For men, that often means stronger erections and reduced urgency or discomfort. For women, it can mean fewer infections, less dryness, and greater ease during closeness. But cranberries offer something deeper: peace of mind. When discomfort fades, emotional safety returns. That, in turn, invites a different kind of closeness, the kind that doesn't need to be scheduled or explained. So, how do you build a cranberry habit? Apply the investment principle from Hooked. Add a handful to your salad or keep unsweetened juice in the fridge. The more you tie this fruit to your daily rhythm, the more it becomes a quiet ritual, one that pays off where it matters most. 3. Papaya, the energy awakener. There's something about papaya that feels like sunshine in fruit form. Soft, sweet, and golden, it's easy to overlook until you need it. Papaya's real power lies in its enzyme, papain, which aids digestion, reduces inflammation, and supports hormone production, especially testosterone, in men and estrogen balance in women. One retired client of mine once told me, "I feel like I'm living on 40% battery these days." He was eating well, exercising, even meditating, but energy and intimacy still felt out of reach. When we added papaya into his mornings blended with Greek yogurt, something changed. Not overnight, but steadily. Papaya doesn't just feed the body, it calms the adrenals, supports the nervous system, and helps restore that internal readiness to engage emotionally and physically. It's a fruit that remembers what your body forgot, that you're still capable of feeling alive, wanted, and connected. The action step here is simple. Place it where you'll see it. Cut it in half the night before. Let the visual become the trigger, the first step in a small but powerful loop of investment and reward. 4. Cherries, the intimacy booster. Finally, we come to cherries, perhaps the most poetic of the four. Deep red, full of antioxidants, and rich in natural melatonin, cherries speak to both the body and the mind. They do more than enhance blood flow, though they do that well. Cherries also reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, improve sleep quality, and gently boost emotional openness. For couples struggling with disconnection, this matters deeply. One woman told me her husband hadn't touched her in months, not out of neglect, but because he felt switched off. Together, they began incorporating cherries into their nightly routine. 2 months later, they were talking more, laughing again, even holding hands during walks. It was like something inside him softened, she said. That's what cherries do. They don't create fireworks. They restore the soil so something new can grow. Less inflammation, better sleep, and calmer minds create space for affection to return naturally and without pressure. If there's one thing I've learned after years of walking beside aging adults, it's this. Intimacy doesn't disappear. It gets quiet, sometimes too quiet to notice. But give it light, nourishment, and space, and it returns, often stronger and sweeter. These 4 fruits are not miracles, but they are invitations to choose vitality, to invest in connection, and to believe that joy doesn't have an expiration date. You've spent decades caring for others. Now it's time to care for your energy, your desire, your connection, and it starts with a single, thoughtful bite.